What do you feel like the Western media gets wrong about Israel-Palestine?
Well, I wouldn't say that the Western media gets anything wrong per se, because you have to look at like all of the Western journalists that are being silenced and how certain Western media outlets are specifically trying to pander, the words of the bourgeois elite, like here in the United States. And capitalist interests in the United States needs a democratic state in the Arab world to protect its interests. So it is completely within the United States' interests to make sure the world believes that Israel is under attack, and you know what I'm saying, they need help and aid and all that jazz.
What would you like to see going forward? Like, what do you think would be the first? I'm not asking you to solve it outright, but first steps. Like, what do you think should happen next?
First steps, what should happen next is that there should be an international condemnation of the Zionist state, because it is a state that is antagonistic towards the working class and towards an entire people, regardless of their class. But if you look at it, the Palestinian people, they don't have any popular sovereignty. They don't have the same representation in the Zionist state and their occupation. So their class analysis, it can't be on the same level as the petty bourgeois or even the working class of the Israeli state. So the working class of the Israeli state should be condemning their government, and working class of the world should be in solidarity with the Palestinian people.
How do you feel about the conflation of Zionism and the Jewish identity?
Right, so that is completely by design. That didn't even become a thing until after World War II. And the reason why it did is, if you look at Zionism's end goal, is to quote unquote establish a state for the Israeli people, but more so than just a state that represents the nation of the Israeli people. It's supposed to represent the nation of the Jewish people in diaspora, but if you look at it, it really just represents the Jewish people, Ashkenazis, white-looking Jewish people that live in that area, and it justifies their occupation of brown people's fucking homes and lands. And we were just talking about how some people say oh, it was always Arab. No, the fucking Arab fucking revolution didn't even happen until the year 800. It was people living there that were not the fucking people that are fighting and killing each other there back in a minute. And then the West and the Arabs and the Persians and whatnot became involved. And honestly, at this point, you're looking at the battleground of the West versus the East, and the West fucking won. And they're trying to wipe out the last remnants of their gains.
Is there anything else you'd like to say to the people before we wrap up?
Yeah, bro, free Palestine.
Awesome. Thank you.